We're here with men's basketball head coach Larry Cordaro after a 41-point victory Friday afternoon against Southwestern Adventist. First, what are your kind of overall thoughts? You guys dominated the first 20 minutes, then kind of coasted from there. You guys shot nearly 70% in the first half. So, what are your kind of overall thoughts?
Good to get back on the court. Nice to be able to play a basketball game after a 12-day break from our last action that we had here in the fort. We're getting ready to play a lot of games in a row. I believe it's like 7 or 8, our athletic director Adam Johnson told me yesterday. So it's good to be able to win again. It wasn't the second half that we were hoping for. We're still not a team that can put together two halves. For whatever reason, I hope our future opponents aren't out there listening to this. We've got to clean that up if we want to go far this season.
Yeah, and then you mentioned plenty of games coming up, but 9 straight at home. That's pretty unprecedented. So you guys have won the first 2 in that stretch. So that's got to give the guys kind of confidence as you move forward. You guys have played well at home. So that's. Gaining momentum, if you will, from all these home games coming up.
It was our 10th win in 12 games, but now we're going for conference. Starting on Monday, Southwest comes to town. We've got to improve our play. It was good to be able to knock some of the rust off today. We made 10 threes, like you mentioned earlier, in the first half, but in the second half, we just knocked down that one. I believe Casey hit it after he told me he was going to make the next one. But, some of these guys hadn't practiced in 10 days until yesterday. So they had one practice and we came out here and we played. So it was good to get it underneath our belt. And so hopefully we can have a better practice Saturday and Sunday as we prepare for Monday. We'll be back to our first doubleheader following Coach Bob and his ladies as they'll play at 5 o'clock. And we're excited that we can hopefully, play for something. Conference championship is the goal, and we'll just see kind of how good this team is right now. We've had a couple good tests and challenges throughout the year, and we've risen to some of them, and some of them we've lost. I think Loyola beat us single digits, and so did Mobile at their place single digits. So nobody's ran us out of the gym. And I don't know that we've really just had a signature win either. We had that big overtime win versus Mobile at home was nice. But we're going to have lots of opportunities with Southwest, Jarvis, Shreveport, and Texarkana. Those are the opponents that we're going to be playing in the conference. But on today's game, was pleased with, for the most part, everybody got in and got to play. It would be too long of an interview to just go through one by one. But, Rodney and Jakeem and Lettison scoring, both of those guys started today. And, they were efficient. They didn't have to shoot the ball 20-something plus times. They took them 11 and 12 shots each to both get 17 points.
And then you mentioned Rodney and Jakeem with 17 points each. They led 5 in double figures. Depth is a big thing for you guys. So talk about that depth, 5 in double figures. And you mentioned a lot of players coming in.
Went recruiting in Baton Rouge last night, and it hit me that we recruit good players, but it's our job, the coaching staff, to make sure that these guys are great together. And these guys go out and play hard for one another. We had 26 assists. Coach is very pleased with that, but the other side of it, we had 23 turnovers. Very unhappy with that. We can't have that amount of turnovers against the competition that we're going to be seeing starting on Monday at home.
Yeah, and then finally, you guys have won 9 in a row since the 2-game losing streak early in the season. So, talk about how much confidence this brings you guys. As this is your last game before conference play, as you mentioned, conference play begins on Monday. So talk about the confidence it gives you going forward.
I think playing those 3 Division I games in the month of December really helped us out, playing against the best of the best, if you will. And it allows, when we play level teams, for us to be able to see the floor a little bit better. The game doesn't happen so fast. It's slower in your mind. And so I think when you can play a tough schedule like we did in December, I think that just really increases our play, which we've seen that. Like you said, we've won X amount of games in a row. But it's just about these guys coming together and just making sure they're focused and what they want to get out of this season. And we're going to be as good as they want to be. And we've done a very good job in recruiting. Our coaches around here as we speak now, still working around the clock, developing them with their skills. And so it's just going to come down to, pride and heart and effort and all those intangibles that the teams in the past here at LSUA have had. And this team's got the potential to do the same type accomplishments and, to win championships. And so here we are. We're almost towards the end of January. And we always talk about if you play hard and you play smart, you can play in March. And that's our goal, is we want to be able to play in March and be in those important games and win those games. So, conference is here. We play 12 games, and hopefully those preseason games have prepared us for the Red River play.
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Go Generals.